Have you ever felt that some journeys stay with you longer than the destination? What if your Ooty trip could be one of those? Not just places, not just photos, but moments you actually feel. Because sometimes it's not about reaching Ooty. And most people, they started the wrong way and miss the best part completely. Would you still do the same? Over the next 2 days, this won't just be a trip. It'll be something you actually feel.
Welcome to Ooty on Pallavi Travel Life.
After my recent trip, I realized something important. The real magic of Ooty does not actually begin when you reach the town. It begins much earlier and in the way you choose to arrive. And if you are planning your trip in 2026, this is one decision you really don't want to get wrong. Because most people take the easy route, they drive straight to Ooty. And honestly, that's where they miss out instead. We started our journey from Mettupalayam, boarding the Nilgiri Mountain Railway. A route that's not just famous, but unforgettable. This isn't just a train ride. It's a slow, beautiful climb through the Nilgiri Hills, where every turn opens up to dense forests, old bridges, dark tunnels, and moments where you suddenly find yourself surrounded by clouds. And somewhere along the way, you realize this journey itself is the highlight. The train starts early in the morning around 7:10 a.m. and takes close to 5 hours to reach Ooty. But honestly, it never feels that long. One important thing though, tickets for this train usually get booked almost a month in advance. So if you're planning this, make sure you reserve early. Otherwise, you might miss this experience completely. By the time we finally reached Ooty, it was already noon. And the first thing that hits you is the air. Cool, fresh, and instantly different from the city. Like you have stepped into a completely slower world. We checked into our hotel, freshened up, and took some time to just pause and rest. Because after an early morning start and a long but beautiful journey, you do feel it, honestly. That slow start is part of the Ooty experience too. In the evening, we stepped out and headed towards the Government Botanical Garden, one of the most well-known spots in Ooty. At first, it might feel like just another garden. But the moment you start walking inside, the experience slowly changes. There's something about this place. The openness, the greenery, and the calm that makes you slow down without even realizing it. Spread across nearly 22 hectares and dating back to 1847, this garden isn't just big, it carries a sense of history and quiet beauty. But what really stays with you is not the facts, it's the feeling. The fresh mountain air, the silence away from city noise, and endless stretches of green all around. We spent about an hour here just walking without any plan, taking it slow, and honestly, doing nothing special. And sometimes that's exactly what makes a place memorable. As you explore, you come across little details that make the place even more interesting, like a 20-million-year-old fossil tree, beautifully maintained flower beds, and sections like the fern house and glass house filled with vibrant plants. Nothing feels rushed here. Everything invites you to just pause and take it in. After spending time in the garden, we stepped out and explored a few local shops nearby. From homemade chocolates to woolen items and small local products, there's a simple charm in these markets. Nothing extravagant, but these small experiences are what make the trip feel more personal. By the time we were done, it was already night. The temperature had started dropping, and you could feel the cold settling in with every passing minute. It got noticeably chilly, and that's when it truly hits you. You are in Ooty. We headed back to our hotel and called it a day. And the next morning, it was even colder. We woke up a little late, took our time to get ready, and started our second day on a slower note. But that day turned out to be even more beautiful. After a relaxed first day, we were ready to explore a different side of Ooty. Day 2 was all about forests, waterfalls, and a bit of adventure. And honestly, it turned out to be one of the most memorable parts of the trip. We didn't rush too much, even if you start a little late like we did. This route is still very manageable and totally worth it. Our first stop was the pine forest, located between Oti and Thalakunda. The moment you step inside, it feels like you've entered a completely different world. Rows of tall pine trees, some reaching up to 80 meters, stand perfectly aligned, creating this surreal, almost cinematic landscape. This place is also a popular shooting location. Movies like Kyamet Se Kayamat Tak, Dil, and even scenes from Tamil films have been shot here, and when you see it in person, you understand why. We spent around 30 to 40 minutes here, just walking through the forest, spotting squirrels, butterflies, and listening to the sound of birds. From certain points, you also get beautiful views of Sandi Nulla Lake, making it a perfect spot for photos. If you can, try visiting in the morning. The light is softer and the place is much less crowded. On the way towards Paikara, we passed Kamraj Sagar Dam. It's not a major stop, but definitely worth a quick 5 to 10 minute pause, just to enjoy the calm views of water and hills. Just a little ahead, we also came across a Toda village. The Toda community is one of the oldest indigenous tribes of the Nilgiris, known for their unique barrel-shaped huts and traditional lifestyle. These huts are made using bamboo, cane, and thatch, with very small entrances to retain warmth in the cold climate. Their embroidery is also quite famous. Simple but beautiful red and black patterns on white fabric. Next, we headed to Paikara waterfall, around 20 to 25 kilometers from Ooty town. Reaching the falls takes a bit of effort, but that's what makes it even more rewarding. You park your car on the roadside, then either walk around 500 meters or take a battery vehicle for ₹20 per person. From there, it's a downhill walk on tiled steps until you reach the bottom. And once you're there, the view is absolutely stunning. The waterfall flows powerfully through lush greenery with smaller streams around it, and the sound of water just fills the entire place. We honestly felt like stepping into the water, but swimming isn't allowed due to safety reasons, and it's best to respect that. Now information. Entry ticket ₹30. Clean toilets available. Time needed 30 to 45 minutes. After climbing back up, there are small eateries near the entrance. We just grabbed some food and relaxed for a bit. From the waterfalls, we continued to Pikara Lake Boat House. This place has a completely different vibe, calm, scenic, but also a bit adventurous. They offer different types of rides, from simple boats to speedboats and jet skis. We chose the speedboat, which cost us around ₹1,150, and honestly, it was totally worth it. The rush of wind, water splashes, and the cool mountain air, it added a fun, energetic twist to the day. On our way back, we stopped at 9th Mile Shooting Point, also known as Wenlock Downs. This place is all about endless views. Rolling green meadows stretching as far as you can see. It's about 15 kilometers from Ooty and has been featured in many Bollywood films like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and Raja Hindustani. We climbed up a bit to get a better view, and honestly, it's one of those places where you just stand still and take it all in. By this time, it was already evening. And instead of rushing to cover more places, we chose to slow down. Because not every trip needs to be about ticking off locations. We headed back to Ooty town and spent our evening exploring the local market. And I have to admit, I went a little overboard. From dresses to designer jewelry, even if it's something you wear just once, in that moment, it feels completely worth it. Ooty markets are great for shopping, whether it's woolens, chocolates, spices, or oils. By the time we finished, it had already gotten quite late. The temperature dropped quickly, and the cold felt sharper than the night before. We headed back to the hotel, tired, happy, and carrying memories we didn't rush. All good things come to an end. But honestly, we weren't ready to say goodbye to Ooty just yet. We had booked a taxi to Coimbatore, and instead of heading straight back, we decided to make the most of the journey. A slightly late start, a few meaningful stops, and one last glimpse of the Nilgiris. This is how we wrapped up our trip. Our day began with a quiet visit to Ooty Lake. In the morning light, it almost looked like a painting. Calm water, eucalyptus trees along the edges, and a soft layer of mist over the hills. This lake, originally built in 1824, has now become one of the most loved spots in Ooty. We didn't go for boating this time, just walked along the lake, took a few pictures, and enjoyed the calmness of the place. And sometimes that's all you really need. If you're traveling with family, there's a small amusement area nearby. And around the lake, you'll find shops selling oils, shawls, and local items. Just across the road, we stepped into the thread garden. At first, it looks like a normal flower display, but then you realize every single flower here is made entirely from thread. It took years of handwork to create this place, and even though it's a quick stop, it's something very different and worth seeing. Next, we visited a tea museum. Here, you get to see the entire journey of tea, from fresh leaves to what finally reaches your cup. They explain the process in detail, and you can even taste and buy different varieties. We picked up a few packs to take back home, because a trip to Ooty feels incomplete without tea. Our last major stop was Dodbetta Peak, the highest point in the Nilgiris. The drive up is scenic, though the road can get a bit crowded and narrow at times. But once you reach the top, the view makes it all worth it. On a clear day, you can see far across the Nilgiri ranges and even towards Coimbatore. But what we enjoyed the most here wasn't just the view. It was the weather, slightly cold, a bit of drizzle, and having hot Maggie and tea in that moment. These are the small things that stay with you. There are small stalls around and government shops selling spices, oils, and local products. So it's also a good place to pick up something authentic. Just keep in mind, traffic and parking can be a bit chaotic here. And if it's too foggy, visibility can drop completely.
This is broccoli forest. ब्रोकली जैसा दिख रहा है ना इसीलिए. ये ट्री कौन सी चीज़ का है?
मैडम आगे से जंगल ट्री.
जंगल ट्री. ओके.
Jungle tree that looks like
ब्रोकली.
That's where we go for.
By the time we finished, it was already afternoon. And that's when we finally started our journey back to Coimbatore. The drive itself was beautiful. Winding roads, changing landscapes, and that last feeling of being in the hills. And with that, our Ooty trip came to an end. 2 days were enough to explore the highlights. But this return journey gave us something more. A slower, more relaxed side of Ooty. If you are planning your trip and have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will try to help as much as I can. Till then, stay connected and I will see you in the next video.